Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Anthony. This is Edify, and you are about to watch a video that will change every part of your life for the better if you'll just obey the truth and apply it to your life. So, what am I talking about? Well, let me start by saying this. Have you got any problems in your life? Have you got any issues? Are there things that you would like to change? Are you going through a difficult stage of your life? Is do you need to hear a word from God? That's all of us, but so often what we do when it comes to the Bible is we open it up and we start reading it, if we read it, because so many people are intimidated by the size. They have Bible reading plans, for a year. It takes you a year to read one book. If it takes a year to read it, man, it must be a huge book, right? It's not really that big, but so what happens is so many people say, well, if the Bible has the answers, it's going to take me forever to find them. So I don't know if I can even get the answers. So you go to church, maybe a preacher will tell you the answers, but then you go Sunday after Sunday and you're still not getting all the answers that you need. You seem like it feels like you're missing something, right? It's like, is there not a special verse in the Bible that just is like a one size fits all? Well, kinda. And the funny thing is most people skip over it right out, right off the bat. I mean, right out from the beginning. I mean, they just skip over it and don't really think about what they're reading. They pass over that four words that are so important, and they spend all this other time reading the rest of the Bible, which is great and it's awesome. That's what we should be doing, but they miss the very first lesson. They miss the very first truth. They miss the very first statement that is a formula for success, for happiness, for love, for all of those things that people look after. They search after all their life and most of the time never find. And it's right there, right in front of them. Why can't they see it? It's because it's so obvious. It's like that song, I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I've overlooked before. You walk right over it or flip right over it, whatever the case may be. Where is it? Where are those four words? Four words that will change every area of your life. Where are they? Well, they're real easy to find. If you have a Bible, I encourage you to get one, but if you don't, I'll share it with you. You open up your Bible, book of Genesis, to the first chapter, first verse, and read the first four words. In the beginning, God. In the beginning, God. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now, wait a minute. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about in the beginning was God. No, not in the beginning was God. God was at the beginning because God is eternal. God has always been. So when the beginning began, he was the one that began it. But he was in the beginning. The story starts with him. He starts the story. It's his story, history. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and I'll leave it at that. If you want answers, put God in the beginning. Start your morning in the beginning. with God. Start your questions with God. Your relationship with God. Your finances with God. Your job with God. Put Him in the beginning of every equation, every question, every search. Put Him first. All the rest will follow. It's that simple. It's just really hard to do. Am I right? Which is why so many people are not successful. Because the hardest thing to do is the simplest thing to do, and it's right there in the very front. Put God first. Let Him handle everything from there. But I've got to do it. I've got to handle it. I've got to have other ways. I've got to start with this first, and that first, my career first, my wishes first, my wants first, my desires first, and then see where God fits in it. In the beginning, God. That's the truth. That's the answer. It's that simple. We've just got to believe it and apply it. Well, God bless you. And I hope that you and I will be able to apply these 4 words from here on out to every part of our life. And I believe we'll see a huge change. See you next time. God bless.